It certainly is an ambitious project, building the world's tallest flagpole in the middle of the woods in Washington County, meant to be a beacon of freedom and a draw for tourists.
But is the Flagpole of Freedom too big for the small town that would be its home? That's what leaders in Columbia Falls will be considering tonight at a meeting about a proposed moratorium aimed at protecting the town if the project, backed by the family behind Worcester Wreath Company, goes forward.
Our Amanda Hill will be covering that meeting tonight. She explains what's at stake.
Well, this project is unprecedented in every manner, from its size to its location to its scopes.
Aga Dixon is special counsel for the town of Columbia Falls. She's part of a team of attorneys looking into the pros and cons of a park that its developers say will bring 9,000 jobs to the area and millions of visitors.
Given the size of the town and its location, you won't be surprised to know that the regulations are pretty sparse. The town of Columbia Falls does not have zoning. It doesn't have a site plan review ordinance. It doesn't even have a building permit ordinance.
Earlier this year, the Maine legislature approved a plan to annex roughly 10,000 acres in unorganized territories owned by the Worcesters, a move that would make the piece of property all part of the town of Columbia Falls. It would also make Columbia Falls the overseers of any building regulations for the park instead of the state's Land Use Planning Commission. Now, Columbia Falls voters need to approve that annexation.
And over the last couple of years, the Worcesters have hired a number of professionals to figure out, will this concept work? So what will it look like from an engineering perspective? What's it going to look like on the ground? Where does it need to go in terms of location and so forth? And once they got to that stage, they realized it really needs to go in Columbia Falls, which is where the bulk of their land is.
Tim Pease represents the Worcesters, whose plan was to make this project a for-profit park.
It doesn't really fit the mold to be a nonprofit, but that's a good big benefit though, because now we can take a large portion of our profits and share with those veterans' causes.
While that was the initial concept, Pease says the Worcesters have been doing a lot of listening over the last few months. He says they've had the support of many veterans groups that would prefer to back a nonprofit. What that looks like, they haven't decided yet, which has brought them to a pause while a team reconfigures the plans. Meanwhile, the town of Columbia Falls has called for a moratorium, their own pause to piece things together.
Right now, it's early days. We don't really know much about the project, but we're looking forward to hearing more and really digging in to find out what the implications are for the small community as well as the surrounding region.
And that meeting tonight will be an initial discussion as the town and the Worcester family learn more about what a moratorium would do.
We will have more from that meeting tonight on News Center Maine at 11.